my grandfather was Mfundisi.
Yeah.
Shout out to about 10%. I'm sorry, that's an inside joke. I got exposed to cash money at 24, 5. First time I saw 500,000 rand in cash.
Yeah.
I nearly lost my mind. We're toasting to the podcast. I mean, we're gonna have some more of this.
Oh yeah, we're toasting to the podcast.
I think I saw my wife so she can drive me home.
Okay, I don't have a wife, but I'll figure something out.
I will drive you home. We're toasting to the growth of the podcast.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dine and Dialogue. I'm your host, Lerato Molefe, and of course today we are out at Sapporo's, and if you are a follower of the podcast, then you'd know that this is not the first time, nor the second time, nor the third time that we are here. So clearly this must be a favorite for Banfuleng Babita on the podcast. Joining me today, very excited, I have somebody who was, I don't want to say refed, but yeah, banyendi banfule babitile ukuthi cha sifuna kumbona ku Dine and Dialogue. Please make it happen. So I'm happy to say I finally made it happen. Joining me today is someone that is responsible or known for creating some of the biggest memories for many people, Labagu Entertainment in Mpumalanga and also outside, Mr. DELANI MOFOKENG, Mr. Nabalabanfu, okay? He's sitting beside me today. We'll be finding out about him, his work, his journey in the industry, everything that there is to know and more, I'm sure. Are you good?
I'm good.
You're like, can you finish already?
To your viewers out there at home.
What
do you mean?
Oh,
sorry, my hand. Yeah.
No, everything, even the aura, like all of a sudden, now that we're shooting.
Excited. Did you hear yourself though introduce at that point?
Does that not sound like you?
I'm like, she talking about me?
No.
Interesting.
Are you modest?
I like to believe that I am.
Okay.
But also at the same time, I'm just a confident fellow.
Confident?
Yeah.
Okay. Has that gotten you into trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I speak my mind most of the time.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've been learning to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Why?
Because not everybody likes people that are straightforward all the time.
Does it matter?
If it's not my space, I'll keep quiet. But if it's within my space, I'm not going to keep quiet.
Okay.
So that's maybe the level of respect that I've just drawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to vugile give match. Shout out to Bandu
Mkoboti, Mkomaze Tropeni, Mvusela Lega Mieni, Nintalabo Mieni, Mkoboti.
Can I confess?
Yeah.
This is kind of like a retake, okay? I'm putting it out there. Since, this is kind of like, we tried this out and it didn't work out the first time. But, Itolo, didn't you say nothing was Mkoboti?
Banwan. I did say.
So that's where you come from?
Yeah, I'm from Mkoboti.
Okay. But yeah, all right.
Mkoboti has produced great people, guys.
All right. Yeah. I'm not even going to say what was happening when he said Ngazi Mwasem Mkoboti. Nyamangala to find out that that's actually where he is from.
Okay,
anyway, are you good?
No, I'm chilled, man. I'm chilled.
Yeah?
Thank you so much for having me at the show.
I'm very honored. Yeah, I'm very honored to have you sit next to me. I was surprised. Most of the times when I call people over, it's usually people that I know or people that I've seen around and whatnot. I'm meeting you technically for the first time. Dine and Dialogue has made it possible. So I was quite surprised to see you're like a young gent.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my mom's or my family's great genes.
The way that people talk about you. You know, uma kunemuntu lekukhulunywa ngaye nje you find wangifundisa I've worked with he did your
old.
work.
I'm old.
Yeah, your work I think surpasses your age.
Yeah.
Kakhulu. So I was thinking I'm gonna ngihlangana ne-Grootman. Okay. You know, like
I guess maybe it is just that my dress sense sometimes, you know.
yeah.
I don't look my age. I don't feel old, even though sometimes I will, maybe because I've picked up some weight. But
Okay.
I'm a 41-year-old young man. Mm-hmm. I know I don't look my age.
You're actually very young, and you've been married for a long time.
I take that as a compliment.
Yo.
Yeah, I take it as a compliment.
16.
I've been married for 16 years. Been with the same woman for 21 years.
How old were you when you got married?
I think probably, I don't know, can't remember, 23, 24, somewhere there.
Producer, he was 23 when he got married. You and I are both way past that age.
No, shout out to my grandmother. I think the lessons that I got from my grandparents,
Yeah.
because I was raised mostly by my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was out in the struggle. I think back in the day, they called it Inyanza or something.
Mm-hmm.
So my life was a little bit structured.
Mm-hmm.
So in the sense that I saw myself getting married at a young age.
Yeah.
I just remember when I grew up back then, my 21st was a big deal. You know?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I get married at a young age. I want to have a kid by 25.
Oh.
And I'm pushing to be a millionaire by 27, 28, somewhere there, you know. So, but when I got married, I think it was 2008, December, 2008, December. Then I had my first child in 2009. So I got married already, my wife was pregnant. So it's like it was a double blessing in terms of the...
Did that influence the decision to get married at that time? Your wife
I already
being
knew that I'm
pregnant?
going to marry her. I had a great conversation with my grandmother. Yeah, but at the time, yeah, there were other girls, but I had a chat with my grandmother. We spoke in detail. My grandmother basically was my mother.
Okay.
So she okayed it. My heart was okay with it.
Yeah.
And then I went for it. That's why she's still there. In spite of all the ups and downs that we've faced over the years, that's why she's still here.
All right. Now, I love everything that you've just said. One thing that stood out for me in everything that you just said was the fact that you were gunning to be a millionaire by the age of 27.
Yeah.
What brought about that? I feel like that was a huge... I don't know
Like,
if it's me.
I think it surprises you because of the unfortunate ways the majority of us black people have been raised.
Yeah.
We've been raised to fear money.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, how
We've
dare you?
been raised to fear money. You know, ask yourself the hell. Why? We all want money. Why must you fear what you want, man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was blessed that I grew up. My grandfather was a businessman, took it with my grandmother. So they had quite a few spaza shops back at home. My grandfather was Mfundisi.
Yeah.
Shout out to about 10%. I'm sorry, that's an inside joke. So I was mostly at the spaza shop with my grandmother. So I will assist Koko Magatsengisa.
I'm sorry, I can't get over the shout out. I had to give that a moment. I'm sorry. Okay.
I bet you laugh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm, for those ones that might find it insensitive, sorry, apologies. So I got exposed to money at a young age, and from that family. So the dream of having money was inspired then. That's why even now when I chill with my sons, every day I report back to my sons what I did today. They will basically ask me questions. How much money did you make today?
Yeah. You know what? I actually wanted to show lo mehluko lokhona as to...
There's my heart.
That's
in
your
a human form, that's my wife.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. And it was caught on camera because you literally.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Same time you just lit up
Look
like,
at her.
and I'm like, okay. Hi, Miss Wife. I was about to say, in a sense of indlela le most of us is cooling like you've just pointed out the fact that we were raised
sad,
to fear
man.
money.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Like, I still try, even today, with the team at Nabalabandu or my family members, like to teach about money. Dog, in all honesty, like I've got also the Christian background about the example I'm going to make.
Yeah.
We were raised that money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
But Ecclesians, is it Ecclesians or Ecclesiastes? Some that English
That
word?
one, yes.
Ecclesians 9 verse, I think it's verse 10, if not 12. It says wine is for the merry, right? Then it says money is a solution to all problems.
Money.
And God, when he talks to us, he said to us, we must not fear the devil, right? We must not fear the devil, and us not having to fear the devil, right? Then the reason why maybe he said that let's not fear the devil is because God said after him, the most influential person in the world, after God, it is money. It is not the devil. But we are more afraid of the devil. When God said we must not be afraid of the devil, but the money, for the love of the money, right? And the only this is what I've learned maybe in over my adulthood years, that God basically says, don't love money more than me. It's a case of when I wake up in the morning, I give gratitude to God and tell God what I'm gonna do today. And when I come back, I report back to God. Instead of waking up in the morning and say, yo, I'm gonna chase that 500,000 rand check. Yo, Lerato's gonna stress me out. I'm thinking about Lerato and the money, but I'm not thinking about God for his grace that he gave. That's how I understand it. So now I teach people to say, money is a solution to all problems. I don't even stress about money now anymore, dog. Like, I don't. I made it. I don't make it. I don't make it.
Yeah, maybe it's because you do have it, so that's why you don't stress about it.
True.
Yeah.
True. Maybe it's because I've been exposed in terms of how to make it.
You
think so?
I know so.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, from a conversation that we've been having, like you made mention as a shop, ngalana 10%. We are gonna so very that ukulele emali ngile zabungayisabi imali.
Angisabi imali.
You understand?
Yeah.
I feel like you're if you were to get, I had nothing back saying because I would say if you were to get 5 million, then you already have 5 million. But then just for when the example, if you were to get like a lump sum right now, fall on your lap, and then compare that to someone like me getting a lump sum fall on my lap, I'm more likely to appear on I Blew It than you are. Is it not true? Yeah, I'm more likely to appear on I Blew It more than you because I don't have that relationship with money. Yeah.
You lose your mind. You lose your mind. So that's why the earlier you get exposed to it, the better. So that by the time you're an adult, when you see that money, it does not scare you. It doesn't drive you crazy.
Yeah. Note to self, I need to work harder so that my kids get exposed to money.
Here's the dope thing that we have nowadays is we are so exposed to so many different types of income streams.
Yeah.
That we all really have to do is just to work smart.
No, it's crazy though because these streams are there and they are available, crazy enough for everyone. But I feel like there's very few people that know how to utilize.
Yeah, because it's not being taught.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not being taught.
Okay.
I tried this cryptocurrency thingy.
Uh-huh.
I've got about 0.27 Bitcoins.
Okay.
I checked it out 2 days ago. I was just trying it out sometime last year.
Yeah.
But when I converted it into dollars, I found out that it's 25,000 US dollars. I was just trying it out. I didn't know.
Are you serious?
So now there's 25,000 US dollars that it's sitting somewhere. And I was telling my wife, I'm afraid of even withdrawing it.
Belonging to you.
Yes, because I was just trying it out.
You just tried it out.
The stuff that you see online,
Yeah.
like, okay, let me just let me just put in this thou, let me see what's going to happen. I risk. I've lost quite a lot of money online also, to a point where now I tell my wife to do it for me. Because I'll probably confess 2 weeks later, like, yo, love, I tried to do this and this, but because I'm trying to find the income streams, I'm trying to work less now, man.
I feel like that's where that's where the difference is, or that's where the line is drawn also. With you, you're willing to take the risk. Like if you see something, you see an opportunity, you go for it. With me, I'll calculate first, like, if I get 1,000, what if I can turn it back or whatever. So everything lies in being willing.
You know why? Because you live in that fear zone.
Yeah. Okay, I think
you live in that fear zone and you're never gonna get out of it. So.
I want us to.
And you look what boss one else is humble. We stepped out on the fear zone.
On top of that.
It's none of your business. Let them do it if you don't want to do it.
You know what? It is none of our business, yeah. But then kuhlupa didn't fall in twala ngato.
Kuhlupa bani? Bona noma wena.
Okay, I want to say bona. But then Mina as well. For an example.
Yeah.
You know what? I know, but hear me out. For an example, there's a guy that's trending right now.
Yeah.
Around, you know. Yeah, Nasport everywhere. He's trending.
Okay.
So now this guy, guys, in my podcast is not even about all of these things, but you guys know it. I know that you know it. He's because I'm feeling like saying single paper. But anyway, this guy is trending because apparently utwed.
Okay.
And now what he does is he goes around sleeping with young girls.
Okay.
And his chalo sakhe hamba nalo, that's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Njengalabanye laba maybe they have to sleep with guys. Maybe you know. So in that way, it's not only about you now. It's about everything, like everyone else that you involve.
All right. Does that person ever force no, it's consensual? I'm just asking.
Don't do that.
No, because my understanding out of that is like, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I only have a problem. I don't feel okay when I'm chilling around you, dog. Like,
yeah.
I don't feel okay.
Yeah.
So clearly, maybe your thing is starting to affect me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But good to know what sacrifice you took for you to make your money, dog. That's
so
one personal
you'd be okay
because we were not there.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, no, I get it. Anyway, before Slasheg, I want us to come back to the reason why you're sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And I think the core of you sitting next to me is in Abalaban.
Is it?
Yeah, actually.
I should when I want to be delaying
actually, everything about you. Everything about you. And then I discovered that you are actually Nabalaban.
No.
Yes. When I called you over, I thought, okay, I know he's the guy responsible for Nabalaban, until I saw the tat on your arm. I was like, no,
I love that company. I love that company. This is what she's talking about. I love that company.
I look at your arm and I see it stated Nabalaban, and I'm like, damn, I understand that there's love, but this is crazy love. So, yeah. Shout out to Nabalaban for placing you where you are.
Yeah, thank you.
I want for us to talk about that. Talk about the beginning of Inabalaban, the making of Inabalaban, where it all started. Before we all got introduced to it, because I know there was a time where Nabalaban was everything in Bombele. You wouldn't talk entertainment and not mention Nabalaban in Bombele or in Mpumalanga even.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Those are great times, man. We had
very
great
very
times.
Great times.
Nabalaban started back. I'm trying to remember. I think it was back in 2006.
Yeah.
I was in Pretoria with my homeboys. It's just that it's an emotional story a little bit. In case Lerato, because
don't worry.
We started throwing parties. I was throwing parties.
Yeah.
I used to throw parties, like house parties. When that trend went as far as I was in the Val. In the Val, I was part of the SRC under sports, so I still threw parties there. Then when I went to Pretoria back in 2006, just after graduating, I started throwing rooftop parties, and my friend's brother, Olani Mabuza, he then had a house because he's older than us, had a house, so started throwing pool parties and stuff like that. So my former roommate, may his soul rest in peace, Vusi Lubisi from Skumansdal. So whenever we'll link up, Vusi was the one that will scream us as the Swati boys.
Oh, okay.
So whenever we started seeing, whenever we linked up, so then it started becoming our trademark.
Yeah.
You know. Then in 2009, I registered it as a business, Nabalawan Entertainment.
Yeah.
And we continued throwing those parties until one day my cousin Temba, whom the world knows him as Euphonic, then said, "Yo, you're good at this thing.
Yeah.
Why don't you just start making money out of it?"
Okay.
I was like,
yeah. Why register it as a business though? How did that come about? Were you making money out of it yet?
No, I wasn't making money out of it
Yeah.
at the time, but it was, I don't know, at the time, maybe it was a futuristic thing.
Yeah.
To say, you know what, maybe in future,
Yeah.
if this can make us some money,
Yeah.
you know, let's just register the company. I still have that photo. It was just to print out written Nabalaband Entertainment CC. I was holding the t-shirt like this. I remember, my wife was next to me, so that was my first t-shirt, you know. I was still bolded at the time,
Yeah.
a very, very young man. I didn't know that would make money out of it. It was just the passion. And remember also, I was from a family where my mom could afford me. So it was never that drive at the time of a business element that Gogo instilled in me.
Yeah.
You know, because I was still studying what mom wanted me to study until the day when Temba said to me, "No man, let's sit. We can make money out of this thing."
Okay.
So I was like, because he was a famous DJ.
Oh, so he
we
was euphonic at that
He was euphonic at that time. In 2009, it was Ken Phonic, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he then said, "But you can make money out of this thing. I see people throwing parties, those people that book us."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit." Then when that came in. So I was like, no, teach me. He's like, "No, let me give you the 5 questions. I think it's the 5 W's. What, why, when, who, where,
Yeah.
you know?" Then he said, once you can answer all those things all the time, then you've got a great show. But a great show, you will have it once it is truly in you, you will see it. So he spoke life into that, into what Nabalabandu became. Because literally, if you can look now over the years, we've dumbed it down. We don't do shows as much as we used to. But once I dream about the show, I will go and do it.
Yeah.
If I don't dream about it, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Okay.
You know, because over the years, the brand has opened so many doors for us for other income streams. As much as you guys know us for parties and all of that, but we've quite vested business interests now, like farming. We own 2 farms now. We're in supply and delivery. We're in logistics and transport. You know, so
All from that.
all from just being known as that party guy that brought memories. Like, Nabalabandu picnic, so many people met their spouses there. You know. So now when I knock at the door now,
Unfortunately, I was one of those.
so when I knock on certain doors, people will remember, "Oh yeah, you."
Yeah.
Man. So there's always that sympathy towards the business, as much as there's be those one that will hate DELANI because maybe they lost some of their spouses there. Maybe some people believe maybe my friends smashed my friend, people, whatever.
Because really, that's one thing that's very common in the smashing and everything. The girls.
But it's stupid because at some point in time, there was a time when it felt like in the hood, especially, like we get painted as if we had to sleep with everybody, like every girl. Because there was a time when every girl would be talking about this guy. And you get hated by so many niggas in the hood and not even knowing why. Because in their heads, like, they hate this guy. And yes, at the time that guy, DELANI, was very, very influential, you know.
And were you never busy?
With women.
Don't lie. Come on.
I would shout a few.
Just a few? At the time when you were
But my friends, they did the most.
I know that at some point, you mentioned at some point in your career, you did artist management.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you managed the greats, actually,
Oh, yes.
that this country has ever experienced.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you take me through that? Did you have any experience at all in that? How did that come about? Was it through your cousin?
I will always be grateful for my entire life, and it's something that I even tell my kids, to Euphonic and DJ Fresh.
Yeah.
This is me back in high school. Fresh drops House Flavor 1, 2, you know. My cousin Euphonic was so obsessed with Fresh and obsessed with this DJing. So as I said, in Pretoria, when he would come to perform in Pretoria, then one day he came, he saw the parties, and that's when he said, let's make it a business. Then I think in Pretoria, after, because I graduated in, I actually even forgot, I'm a qualified engineer. So I graduated in electrical engineering in 2006. And then I enrolled myself for project management because I always wanted to study events management.
Oh, okay.
Marketing, but my mom figured, no, she's not gonna waste her money. And I was also good in sports. I remember my trials with Chiefs, my mom had to make me choose between soccer or school, so I had to choose school.
You didn't choose school, you had to choose school?
I had to choose school. I hate school. I'm sorry, I'm a creative. I'm not discouraging people out there, but I know, guys, school is a waste of time. Told my wife that my kids, once they finish high school, they're on the streets. Money's on the streets.
They're on the streets?
Money's on
all
the
of them?
streets.
How many kids do you have?
I've got 4.
All of
2
them?
girls, 2 boys from one source.
Okay.
Right, so see, you were thinking I'm busy.
No,
Anyways.
oh come on.
Anyways, then after enjoying myself for project management, then that's when I went, Euphonic organized the meeting for myself. Me, him, Fresh, and Solo, Fresh's manager at the time. So I had to pitch to them, right? As to why do I wanna do their events? Because they were being booked everywhere, but they now wanted to start throwing their own parties. And then here's the dope part. Like, the way we'll sway a lot when we talk, so maybe sometimes you can tell in my vocab.
Okay.
That's how the FU came about. So it was like, no, FU, the way we spoke. Like, no, F for fresh, .eu for euphonic, pronounced FU. So then we registered a company called FU Group. So I became the events and marketing manager for that particular company.
Okay.
So I was solely then responsible for throwing parties all over the country. Mind you, now I come from house parties. Now, all of a sudden, I'm in the commercial scale.
Yeah.
Just like, so there was never that proper growth to learn and make mistakes.
Yeah.
I was thrown into the deep end because post that meeting, Fresh agreed. I remember it was at 5 FM at the SAPC Radio Park, Nuclear Park. Fresh said, Temba, I'll fuck with you. Since you brought him here on the table, that means I'll fuck with him too. Mind you, I'm in AO still, because it's like, this is Fresh. He's actually way bigger, larger than life, like in person, you know?
Yeah.
Then he just said to me, my man, welcome to the team. Do you know who the fuck I am? I was like, yeah, DJ Fresh. He's like, good, you know my name, don't fuck it up.
My name.
Yeah, don't fuck it up. Then that's when I learned the power of the brand.
Yeah, yeah.
And then after a few meetings, then he said to me, don't call me Fresh anymore. My name is Tato Sekwani.
Okay.
Right. So now he was saying, personally, we're cool.
Yeah, you know.
You don't have to, when you
now.
talk to me, refer to me as DJ Fresh. You know? So that's when, man, I started managing DJ Fresh and Euphonic. But as a few, then we released two albums. We toured the country as far as Botswana, all 9 provinces we toured, so I was responsible for that. And but before the December peak, which December 16 is today, but it was not what it is now, so back in the day. So Temba and I will go home, maybe the first week of December, just chill, or sometimes chill there for 2 weeks, because you know that from Christmas up we'll be busy the whole time until maybe end of January, and you might not see family. So it was even before the time of FaceTiming and whatnot. So you know you'll be touring all over the country. Ujubumnyaka Masakula was a very, very big deal.
Yeah.
Une family,
Yeah.
We got bored. Ekaya. That's when Nabalabandu picnic came about, which was in 2012, which was our first one. It was like, man, let's just throw a party. We called it Nabalabandu picnic, but Temba was not there. I was this young man exposed to money. I had about 10,000 rand. I was like, let me just buy everybody food and drinks. And I printed t-shirts. I was like, everybody that's wearing those t-shirts coming through to the party and eating this, you know. So I bought about 50 t-shirts, gave to people. We had about 150 people when we started. So that's how Nabalabandu picnic came about while I was busy on a national scale with Fresh in Mofokenga.
You know what I wanted to ask you as you were narrating? So
Dropping.
don't hate.
Guys, please. Sikhule kanzima lapha, guys.
Nikhule kanzima, ne?
All of my sine-Wi-Fi now, so.
Okay, dropping.
Yeah.
Now, it's two different worlds.
Yeah.
That one and Impilo Yakolebo was it Pretoria? Yeah, it's two different worlds. How do you think you being exposed to the life that you were exposed to in Pretoria and whatnot influenced the kind of person that you are in business?
It changed my life, guys. It changed my life for the good. I think we need to drink to this one.
Okay.
Can you refill? There are 2 shots of tequila gold.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That was life changing.
That was the
literally
influence.
that was life changing.
That was the influence.
Yeah.
That was the influence.
Okay.
And first and foremost, on a personal level,
Yeah.
I'm from a village, very, very modest family, Indian family, Christian values. Go to Gamhlushwa Ekasi. My mom, I do my high school in Mahushe Mzinti. DELANI is participating in athletics, DELANI is in sports, acting. So I'm just a little bit famous in school. So girls like DELANI at the time.
Okay.
So I go to it when I believe that the creme de la creme, you know. Then I get to Val. I start saying my yellow polo, me, this is where I belong. But I told myself, no, this is where I belong. Then in Benoni. So I got exposed to the city life. And my taste changed there to say, always, whatever that I do, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability, so that when I fall, you know, just halfway through to where a person actually was aiming at. So I'm always gonna be on top. And where what I eat, what I dress, where I stay must always be top. It's just that I was unfortunate that I didn't have this thing of cars like any other guy has. You know, because Mkulu taught me the thing is just to get you there. What's important is just the food, where you stay, you know. But the blackness in me, I said what you wear too matters, you know. So that was the influence, you know. So Mangfuna as a Pretoria, it was like, Jimmy comes to Joburg. Like, oh, okay, this is the life that I want. So this is where I'm going to live. Then I got bored of the city. Then that's when I moved to Midrand. So I'm in between Pretoria and Joburg. So yeah.
I wanted to ask you earlier, I got distracted when you mentioned the fact that you dreamt or your goal was to be a millionaire by 27.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes, I did achieve it.
Yeah?
I did achieve it. High five to the ancestors. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not afraid of money.
Yeah.
So I'm not afraid of money. Fresh and Euphonic, they took it to the top for me, bro. Like, I got exposed to cash money at 24, 5. First time I saw 500,000 rand in cash.
Yeah.
I nearly lost my mind.
I can imagine.
And I saw it again. I still couldn't fathom it.
Yeah.
Until I saw it for the 3rd time. And that's what Temba taught me. It's like, oh, so this is money. Actually, money is just what it is, right? So don't let it, you know. So when we started throwing these parties, like I used to have this big black bag, so I'll carry all this money to my townhouse. I remember one morning, my wife came out. I think I told you the story yesterday. Yeah, so the first time I had to count it on my own, alone, without Temba and Fonny there. Yeah, that's when I knew that, you know what, I don't think I want to die poor. And I don't think I'm exposed to so much amount of money for no reason. Why should God expose me to this if I won't find it?
You know what I want, ne?
Don't try some. I need my shot. You can have mine. You can have mine. It's rude. It's rude. I'll drink the water. I don't know if you need. Do you need the lemon?
What are we doing now? Are we actually gonna do shots?
Yeah, we can.
Very different.
Do you want?
It's very no. It's I can't.
So at the FU parties. At the FU parties.
Just putting out there.
Let me tell you why I got accustomed to this. At the FU parties.
Yeah.
Especially in Monte Casino.
Yeah.
In 4 Ways Vakamata club at the time.
Thank you.
Fresh gave us this tradition, like he will buy a case of tequila de Jose. So after they are set, so they will normally play from 11 to 1. So the peak at the time. So, there you go.
Thank you.
So Fresh will come with a bottle, with a case of tequila, and he will give, you learn from my mistake.
Yep.
So,
yep.
So he give us, each and every one of us, a bottle of tequila and say, nobody's going to leave the club until the bottle is finished.
Wow.
Do you understand? But the rules were you can drink it whomever that you want to drink it with.
Okay.
But you don't mix it, so that's why I got used to.
All right. I'm definitely not going to get used to it.
We're toasting to the podcast. I mean, we're going to have some more of this.
Oh yeah, we're toasting to the podcast.
I think I saw my wife so she can drive me home.
Okay, I don't have a wife, but I'll figure something out.
I will drive you home. We're toasting to the growth of the podcast.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Drink this. Drink that.
Let's not do this again.
God is with you.
Amen.
It was nice there.
Yeah. Shout out. Shout out to God.
Let me find that.
Shout out to God, really. You know what, ne? There was actually a time where you brought to the province one of the biggest, most insane. I remember I actually went even. At Dine invades. I actually went. I attended. I went all the way to Nkomazi even because I was like, I am not going to miss out on this one. How many of those did you do? Oh, guys, I'm dying.
Okay, sure.
Live on camera. Yeah.
Remember the verse that I was telling you about?
Yeah.
Ephesians 10, verse 19. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh the merry. Maketh the merry.
Okay.
Right? But money answers all things.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right.
So, Dine invades Ebukosini Resort. It was not me alone.
Yeah.
It came about, we used to rock the most, thank you, Dolly. We used to rock the most at Elangeni Lodge. Shout out to Christian Beer for giving us a platform at the time to do Nabalabandu Picnic.
Yeah.
So it grew from 150 people to 500,000, 4,000, 15,000, you know. So we made great memories at Elangeni Lodge. However, as young boys, we started growing. We started being exposed to business. And when we started negotiating certain things with Christian, we couldn't meet each other halfway. And they...
Christian being?
Christian Pia, being the owner of Elangeni Lodge, who still is.
Yeah.
But therefore that inspired the need or the passion of having the venue because in a resort. So Zakele, through his family in Zinti, secured that. And then the vision was to therefore then throw our own events there.
Okay.
You know, so Zakele, as he is today, being the face of Bukosini Resort and ran with that. But at the time, we needed to, the transition from Elangeni to Bukosini was not going to be an easy one. So it needed something huge, you know. So the Dine Invades came about. And then out of that concept, we also as Nabalaban did a contract with Metro FM for the Heatwave.
Okay.
So we joined Dine and Metro FM. So it was Dine in partnership with Metro FM invades Ebukosini Resort. So it was easier now for us to sell the venue name Ebukosini Resort. So we threw a party there. It was actually not even ready. The venue was not even ready, but there was a space. So we built everything up. Yeah. And the show came about. So there, in terms of the events, it was myself, Zakele, and Jiga. So Jiga helped us out the most in terms of negotiating with the artists, you know, because he was getting certain great rates from the artists, like your Caspers, your AKAs. So we were responsible for the marketing, the venue, the advertising, the locals, and the admin of the shows, putting it together. So, yeah, man.
Many people always talk about the fact that you and Zakele are like water and oil for whatever reason. Like you don't get along, you guys, what do we call it? My group is like
Split.
Yeah, but you guys split and I don't know, you had a fallout basically. Firstly, is it true that you guys are kind of like industry enemies? No. But you're uncool like you used to be.
We're not as close as we used to be, yes.
Yeah.
But he's not an enemy to me.
Yeah.
I don't see him as an enemy. And also, I don't think I've got anything that he can take away from me. I think he knows it himself. Whatever journey that he's at now, it is what he's ought to be at. Whatever that I'm at now is what I'm ought to be at. I mean, there's so many people within the industry, the space that know Nabalaban. We do quite a lot of events, Brian, like for clients that we don't even post about.
Yeah.
You know, that's where the team gets their livelihood. But when we say we as Nabalaban coming out, I mean, the past 2 years, I think we've flexed enough. But to come back to the Zakele story, it's rather unfair in terms of how it has been perpetrated. But it had to be perpetrated. I think the industry does need rivalry. It does need it. It does need it. However, what I've learned since I moved to Nelspruit is here competition is discouraged. And also it has been made personal. You find people that hate me on a personal level and don't even know me for pound soap, but they hate me. And I don't even know them. And I don't give a fuck. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's how it is. That's how it's at the level that it has gotten to here. Yeah. And also the reason why I say I don't have, so I can look at the camera, I don't have issues. Which one? I don't have any issues against Zakele because first and foremost he's a cousin. Also I got into the game, I showed him the ropes. Why would I when I hate when I understand? And also I gave it to him, he was great, politically connected, very well what I did. Yeah. And that assisted him to be where he's at. It was just unfortunate also that I saw a certain post that he put out to say that he is self-taught. I was like, oh, okay. But if ever he used that, I was never nothing in his life. That's his decision. And also the things that people say outside, Zakele is not saying it to my face. And I doubt he will ever say it to my face. And that's what my wife said over the years to say, why would you hate on Zakele? Why would you feel of all these things? Has he ever come to you to say it to you? I said, no. Yeah. Industry friends, they come to intervene. The biggest one being Clifford that I know. I think when we put out that Metro FM Awards thingy back in 2020, 23. I think we met, it was the sentiment, it was in March. I was way bigger than I am now. I was actually a dog. I'm aware of what's happening in the street. If ever that shit feeds you, just go ahead and do it. If you're tarnishing my name, just go ahead and do it. Yeah. No problem. Look at me, I'm fat. That means life is good where I'm at right now. Right? I'm okay. If what you're doing works for you, gets you paid, by all means. Right? And also, dog, look at it. Moving around was huge, which still is, but because the market changes. Right? 2012, I mean, come on, 2012 to now, to 2025, we still expect us to go on top of our game all the time. There's new players coming in. There's a lot of people that we've groomed. You know, it's not just the Zakele element. There's the Riolo element, prime events in Gomatsi. There's the Big Brother event, which is also from Gomatsi. There is quite a lot of them here, like I used to work with like Nyasas, I think we had Grand Visuals, started working with us back in the day, took on the faith. And so there's quite a lot of people that are currently at the shit in the industry that have gone through the Nabalabangu Bridge. But it became said sometimes when the very same ones that have benefited out of it, that when it was cool, when this supposedly war between DELANI and Zakele was an in thing, and people had to choose sides, and the people that you helped and assisted along the way to turn and tarnish that shit, you know. But you know, as it happens. But fast forward, I was like, okay, the brand took a knock. My team was so pissed off at me because they wanted me to respond.
Yeah, you did.
I did nothing till today.
Yeah.
Oh, don't respond. Why should I? I'm not gonna fuck up with my money, bro.
When the brand got tarnished, wasn't that fucking up with your money?
It did have a very, very major impact. And it was around COVID, or just before COVID. It is just unfair. Umangiva and Lerato Mzala that is more vocal, saying that I did this to him, right? It was the money element. Till today, I'm free to sit and say, okay, let's go through the records. Let's resolve that shit. And then next thing it was alcohol. And my friend Reggie was there with me. And Reggie knew, but it said that he also couldn't defend me at the time, maybe because of the alliance versus Italian, right? And next thing, we go to the labor work. Ask myself, I don't even have parents. How the fuck do I keep your dad? Hey, hello, I am. Oh, okay. And I said, it was really, really painful. And I took a step back. But that helped me to find me. Because I now didn't have the clutter of people that liked DELANI because of these famous or the news and anything. So now the people that truly fuck with me and love me for who I am, were literally around me.
First, when it comes to friendships, what was your biggest takeaway from this whole thing?
I don't promote friendships.
You don't promote friendships?
I wouldn't want to promote that. I don't promote that with my kids. Because, you know, we don't come from similar backgrounds. Right? And that's what fucks up our friendship. As I'm saying, like if I look back, my friends or my former friends now, they are all good in life when it comes to money. They are all good, but at the time, I don't have a sibling or anything. My mom is doing everything for me. I was the first one to have a car. Like from varsity, I have a car. Phonic is a car. I have a car. My friends don't have cars. They've got siblings, and the parents are still taking the other siblings to school, right? So that already, it plants a certain seed that later on, when Lerato pops in life, it's like, yeah, when I got to learn just I was just living my life as normal as what I know it to be. But you should sense and in life, you can't be friends with a person that does not know when the next plate is coming from. While when are you good? The dynamics are not going to be okay in the future. They're not going to be okay. So that's why now, my kids, I'm telling you this, my wife must say it too. My kids are going to marry into rich families.
They're going to marry
into rich families. And we're going to arrange it. I've already started arranging it.
Can I ask you something personal? Is your wife from a rich family as well?
She's not. She's not. And
But did you favor?
yes, the times, the economic times. And also look, she and I have built this empire, we've built this family together. Because obviously she had to sacrifice and put up with all this bullshit that I put her through. You know, so she has to be soft because of the sacrifice. But I'm like, yo, my kids are not gonna marry for love. Love does not pay, right?
Okay.
So now my kids go to this.
Both your boys and girls.
Yeah, they go to this nice school, and I will see the parents that are richer. I'm like, I want to vibe with those niggas, you know. But the quickest way to vibe with them is if my kid and their kids are friends, and I'll say to my boy, Amu, come so and so for sleepover at the house to come and visit you. Because you know why? The parents are gonna come and drop them off.
Yeah.
Now tomorrow we're gonna take my son for a sleepover that side. I see. Now we have a relationship. It's gonna put to business, and then later on, I'm like, let's keep it in the family. I mean, because you will say, yeah, we've built this empire. I'll say, I'll build this empire. Why would I give it away? Let's just keep it. So they continue this. Yes, my friends at times are not saving money. No, come on, guys. So shata. That's not my so can I spell it? Why are we doing it?
No, I know your kid is gonna come with the money.
We were waiting for right?
Yeah. Also now I need you gonna contribute.
No, I'm not. It's well, maybe indirectly because they've got bank accounts now.
Yeah.
The biggest lesson out of this fight.
Yeah.
I once said it. I was very, very emotional. FM. I said, you know, I use the metaphor, Lerato. It's a political term. Which means you are in the wilderness.
Okay. Yeah.
Outcast. I'm like, okay, all of us, schooler, man, in an urban life, right? So once in according to business and income, and
There was a time like that?
yeah, friends turned on me. But with the non-income, that's when my late mother came through her money, because when she left, I didn't want to take her money. I said it's for the kids. Right? So when I was going through that bullshit of being sabotaged everywhere,
Yeah.
and Shema Mzala did it so well. He did it so well. And his network to close so much business, because they knew me well, so they closed it out. And I was there for them, this bad guy in the industry. It was painful, but it's like, life kept on saying, can you change? Whatever that you can change, but you can't just let it be, right? Then, for us, it was a blessing in disguise to do one such good thing in Smoke Away, right? When a company transferred it here to Northport, I took a decision and said, I want to start new memories from scratch. Let's forget the life in Mitra and that we stay for the let's sell, let's leave. I want to start fresh. I want to start fresh. And that was me rebooting and recycling myself. So Silana Minawe, Satis continue now DELANI is also Shatsina, right? While I was in the wilderness, people didn't know that I was learning to survive. So, my new volunteer is like so now I was blessed to know the other side. Remember, I don't have to struggle for my shit. Now I was struggling, so now I was learning the other side. And I mastered it. And then one good man of mine came through for me and said, Guana, I'm aware of 1, 2, 3, but I need you to be good. This is not you, I need you to be good. He gave me an order, 900,000. I did that, and that brought me back. It's like I never left, because that's what he did for me. He's like, yo, welcome, come back. And then he said to me, shut the fuck up. Let them talk, shut the fuck up. Build.
And just work.
Just network built. By the time you come out and say, yo, when they start partaking, they will not do anything to you. And that's what, maybe if they're still trying, they're still failing to do. Because I took my powers back. I no longer rely on them to validate what I need to do.
We've got our food laid out in front of us, and we did it off camera, but the food is here. And I want to ask you, first glance, what do you think?
Who, me?
Wow, it's that good that he's not even paying attention to me anymore. All of his attention has gone straight to his plate. How do you feel about your food from first glance? Like, just looking at it.
I feel like it looks very nice, but I feel like cheated because your food looks more than mine. But maybe it's how I eat.
Yeah,
I'm having salad, I'm having prawns. And carapau.
Okay.
The Mozambican flavor.
I think I feel good about mine as well. And I'm trying this for the first time. It's the special dish for today. So I was like, let me give it a try. And
it's fried rice.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the fried rice. I remember one time I was here and
I saw your previous guest, Pumla.
Yeah, she was raving about the fried rice. So I'm looking forward to that.
In case
this is actually business of the day, okay? You'll be finding out. Yeah, you'll be finding out how. No, I can't. Okay. Yeah. Okay. An inside joke between the guest and the producer.
You don't know about the hotel? You don't know about the hotel?
No.
Okay. Yeah. You will know.
I'll find out. When we're done.
You know, he's that type of a person. So when I took out the prawns, I felt like that guy for a second.
Okay. No, it's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind you promoting another podcast on mine. It's fine. Yeah. We'll continue. It's okay. We'll continue with the business of the day. I did mention earlier on when we started that we are at Sabor's, and you're the one that brought me here. Yeah, you're the reason that we are here. And now you have to let me know why. Why are we here?
I can assist.
Thank you.
Sorry, madam.
Yeah.
Then she get as well. Rice in the fork.
Yeah.
What's happening now?
Also, I'm not from Mkanduzen, guys. I'm not. So, yeah. Why did you bring us here today?
Great story, man.
There's a story?
Yeah, there's a great and amazing story.
Okay.
Out of it, as I'd said, that the brand name Nabalabanjo has brought in us great business along our way.
Oh, okay.
So this place supports. We used to be, it's here in Nelspruit, 56 Ferreira Street. It used to be the Woodpecker back in the day, an Afrikaans restaurant.
Oh, okay.
But now it's under new management. There's 4 guys. Shane, Jabulo, Jose, and Paulo. Mm-hmm. And it's been 7 months, just wanted to revive the place and everything. So I somehow happened to be approached, and we spoke. And then my rates actually made sense for me to be part of the business.
Okay.
Than to be like an outsourced person. So, tada! So that's why we're here. We have a stake in the business.
Okay.
And that's why I was saying to you, I need more of this to come here and host your shows. You know.
Actually, I should be looking at you, not my camera.
Yeah, to host your shows here at the restaurant, so we can now support a black-owned business too, man.
Yeah. And
some of the partners are from Mozambique. We have the best seafood in town. That's why you can see my prawns, guys. We have the best seafood in town. So the Mozambican partners they're in business of supplying seafood into Nelspruit.
Yeah.
And all the way to Joburg. So it made sense for them to set up a business here. So we are setting up ourselves as they go to urbanized fish market that everybody goes to in Mozambique. So the Mozambican flavor, you are going to get it here. And not without throwing shade at other restaurants.
Yeah.
But they do not sell Mozambican style. Like I'm telling you now, and all of our chefs here, through proper immigration processes, are Mozambican chefs. So that we can maintain the Mozambican
Through
flavor.
proper
Immigration officers, yes.
Yeah.
I know I had to make that clear because they are welcome.
All right. Now, the final part of our discussion, of course, would have to be for us to rate the food that we're having.
So we'd like to get support, man, from your viewers.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't reached the final part yet. And before we do reach that final part, you have many times mentioned the fact that you're tired of the event space. And you've mentioned how much of a family man you kind of are now. And I can't mention the number of times that you've mentioned your wife. So I think from that we kind of gather the type of person that you. What are 3 things right now that are top of the range, precious for you, like the core of you basically right now?
My wife and kids. No, they're number 1, all of them.
Oh, your wife and kids are at number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I live for them. Whatever that I do for them.
Yeah.
They've been there for me. They make my life worth my while. Like, because not all of us know why we're here on earth. But what I'm here, I'm actually enjoying spending time with these guys.
Yeah.
Watching them grow, the conversations that I'm having with them, the attitude that I'm instilling in them. And number 2, it is my extended family.
Your extended family?
My extended family.
Okay.
There's few of them, they know themselves.
Yeah.
They know themselves.
Like the family also.
Yeah. There's few of them. There's those ones that I'm still in contact with. And people still get excited or surprised with why I'm in the Bangwang. So that's those people that genuinely love me.
Yeah.
For who I am and all my flaws and all my, I guess, success.
Yeah.
My success has been a gift to them, but more of a curse to me in the sense that I can't really please everybody. And sometimes when I want to do things my way, I can't do things my way because of a certain perception. You know that somebody might take what you say negatively, and any bad press. As much as at the time when I grew up, I believed that is not that PR. But nowadays, the way my industry's got politics and it's been wired now.
Yeah.
Hey, we are canceling fast, you know. So I just try and not find myself there.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to fuck up with my income, which is number 3, you know.
Yeah.
Just maintaining the businesses like the farms for the kids.
Yeah.
We're in billboards now. Billboard space. I'm trying to set up businesses for the kids that when they leave matric, I say to my daughter, the billboards business is yours. I say to my son, this farm is yours. Or to the other one, you want to continue Nabalabandu, throw parties. There's your uncle Tabang, there's your Malume Edwin.
Yeah.
Your Togozanis, your Lorindas, the core members of the team that are still here. Through the weather and storm, they're still there. That's part of my extended family, you know. I'm with those people all the time. Like, a week doesn't go by without us talking, without us fighting, without us laughing. So our weather changes 3 times in a week, yeah.
You were saying how you want to leave the business, and I asked you if you had people that you are training, people that you're going to leave behind that can continue the whole Nabalabantu
legacy.
Vision.
They're there.
Yeah.
The current team.
Yeah.
I've been fighting with them to say, guys, you are playing with this thing. Take this thing, run with it. I want to go chill by the farm.
Yeah.
You know, I want to watch. I want to be there for my daughter. I don't want her to grow up not me being present in the life.
Yeah.
I don't want it to make mistakes later in life. To go and try and find solace in other men.
Okay, now what would you say are some of the most important things that you are teaching to your proteges? Like, in terms of maybe e-package loading as a person when you are in the events industry?
Passion.
Yeah.
Passion. Don't do it for the fame. So that it lasts longer. Because it will be something that you genuinely want to do for yourself.
Yeah.
And you are happy doing it. And then being paid for it becomes a bonus. I know you've heard this thing over and over again. Like you say it is actually true.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't worked for anybody in my life since I quit that job as a technician where I worked for 2 years in Pretoria. I haven't worked for anybody, so I don't know Mufugela.
Okay. Okay.
Because I maintain, I will work and say, let me make the most money now, so I can buy myself time.
Yeah.
I maintain my lifestyle. I maintain my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then I know what I can pay for my things 6 months ahead. Then I can chill. Then I can chill and rest and just find me and just relax a little bit. I like I like going on walks, especially at my waterfalls, and just listen to the stream, just chill and just think. And I know that's where I find my energies. And then I come back, I beast. Throw his Java there. Throw a Lois there.
All right, we look forward to that. And I know. Before we wrap it up, you were just saying that you want for us to come through on Friday. Yeah. Let's just.
Thank you so much. We hosting.
I don't know. I don't even know when people are gonna. But either way, people are gonna know that this is the new place to be, basically.
Yeah, true. They will know.
Yeah.
I'm dropping the artwork later tonight.
Yeah.
So on Friday we've got Sweet Mike.
Okay.
Then on Saturday we have Lulu Cafe. Table bookings are essential. We're a fine dining outlet, but we'll create a lounge outside there by the deck for the smokers. Hardly guys will be pushing.
Yeah.
Or the artwork will have a barcode with a digital menu so that everybody can just pre-book.
Yeah.
We're nice with 80 people.
Yeah.
100 including the staff, we are fine. We're not a club, we're a restaurant, we have a lodge at the back, which thankfully we are fully booked for the entire weekend.
Okay.
So we're creating it just for an excitement. So we just want those people that don't want Musindo too much, they're welcome to come here.
Yeah.
Nice R&B music, Sweet Mike, Lulo chilled, deep house type of a situation.
Okay. All right. And now you have an idea of what's going to be happening on Friday. Also, you can come through and holla at your girl. But before we shut it down, thank you so much for joining me, man.
Truly
and thank you so much for welcoming me into your world. A satani like that, but you did welcome me into your space, and you were a surprise. But yeah, a good one.
Thank you for the platform, and to those guys that actually
called for you to be here.
Called for me to be here.
Yeah, my camera into ayaspigisa. Look, show to me now. As a combination, we're not good. We talk too much as Conning Bamba's cats, but it's fine. But it's fine. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, your food, and we will be biased.
A 10 out of 10. No, on the real, a 10 out of 10. The food is nice.
Yeah.
Got a power, the prawns. And I can tell that you also have a
You can't. You don't cross over to my plate. You just rate yours. Okay, and if I had to rate mine, the rice is nice. The fish fillet is actually nice. It's just that it has a tangy taste to it that is kind of distracting. It's nice. I'll give it a clean 8 out of 10. 8 is not bad, so don't look at me like you want to stab me or
Such a woman.
I'm telling you, please, can you cut
They must come.
cut a piece
Of the fish.
Yeah, cut a piece of.
And have the prawns.
Well, no, but yeah, have
You can lose
a
an away
piece.
corner.
Man, have a piece of my thingy. I don't want prawns right now.
Alright.
Before you say I'm such a woman, and women. Ngobajela ukuthi uthi bafati bendeni. Okay, have a piece and let me know. Do you feel that?
I'm coming to enjoy my tequila shot.
Ne? Also that could contribute. But otherwise, it is
And it's
good.
nicely grilled.
Very. It's perfect fish fillet. Very nice. Yeah, all in all, 8 out of 10 from me, 10 out of 10 from him.
Please find us on Facebook.
You'll come through.
Sapores. Sapores. You'll see up-to-dates and also Nabalaband social media pages. You find us there.
Yeah.
We'll update. Thank you, Lerato, for having us.
You're welcome.
What a great host you are. We wish you
Success.
great health,
Success.
wealth.
Definitely. Oh.
You know, sometimes we're successful for number one thing.
I fight to that. Ooh, story of my life right now. Child, I need the money. Guys, we're done. It's a CIM. We are done.